What's up, Soul Fam? So today I have an eBay haul for you, slightly different to the thrift store haul. And firstly, I do want to say massive apology for not getting an upload in last week. Last week was really crazy and kind of went all the way till Friday and then didn't find time to do it. So yeah, I apologise for that. Managed to find some time this week to record one, so I'm actually going to do 2 uploads this week just to kind of pay it forward, pay it back, whichever way you want to look at it. So I'm going to upload one of my casting tapes in full that I already shared on Instagram onto YouTube to kind of make up for last week. Not that maybe any of you even noticed, but for me it's like my own kind of thing that, you know, I want to be consistent with 1 video a week. So it's not, I mean, 1 video a week is not a massive amount, so I should be able to manage it. Okay, so what have I got in my haul today? It's not a massive one, just 4 pieces for the eBay haul. eBay is one of my favourite ways to shop if I'm not, like, most of my stuff comes from thrift stores, but if I'm looking for something specific, then I really like to have a look on eBay before I check the high street. I'll only buy it on the high street if I really feel like I need it, and then certain like intimate items like swimwear, lingerie, activewear, and occasional jeans and t-shirts, sometimes if I can't find them in thrift stores or on eBay, I will buy them on the high street. Like, the problem with eBay sometimes is that when you buy stuff, sometimes you can't return it. I mean, generally, if you buy it from a shop, then you generally can because of distance selling regulations. But I think if you buy from a personal seller, it really depends on whether they're willing to take the return. So yeah, that's one of the things to consider. So, you know, with eBay, a lot of the time, if it's cheap, then I'll just buy it, and if it doesn't fit, then I just donate it to a thrift store, or sometimes I sell it back on eBay, as I'm doing with a couple of pieces that I bought recently, which I will put in the link in the description box if you want to see my eBay shop. So yeah, let's start off with these lovely high-waist jeans from Topshop. I'm really feeling like, I was always a big fan of like big like sort of wide leg jeans that, like, I was obsessed with them when I was around 16, 17, sort of in the early noughties. And yeah, they were kind of like so ragged from like sweeping the ground that they were like all had like frayed at the bottom and just were always kind of wet because, well, you know, when it's raining, but we just got used to it. It's just how things were. So I'm definitely like reminiscing a lot with the 90s throwbacks that we're now seeing re-emerging. So I picked myself up a pair of these, and let's style this with a look. I'm going to show you how I would pair these. So freaking hot today in London. Like, it's literally tropical weather. Like, I'm absolutely covered in sweat. Sorry to be graphic. Okay, so these are them. They're a little bit, they're slightly big, but that's fine because I'd rather have my jeans like a bit too big than a bit too small. And they're really good length. I don't have to wear heels with this, so I'm quite happy about that. Let's pop on a top. God, it's so hot, I can't even get my clothes on. They're kind of sticking to my body. Right, so with something so voluminous at the bottom, it's all about balance. So I've chosen this crop top. This is actually a high street purchase, quite a recent one as well. For the first time in like 6 months, I bought something off ASOS, because I really just need some new t-shirts and tops for castings. So I really like this one. I think it's from Pretty Little Thing. Yeah, I think I've got like 2 tops, 2 like crop tops that I wear all the time to castings, and they just get worn again and again and again, and they're really starting to wear out now. And one of them I bought like 10 years ago, and the other one was given to me by a sustainable designer in Bali, called Hannah Lace One, and that gets worn all the time as well. So I needed like just a couple more for when they're in the wash. Yeah, because I mean, with stuff like this, you're probably not going to find it in a thrift store unless it's like, you might, but unless it's like really out of shape or just kind of all not very good condition. Okay, so I'm really liking how this looks. And then I'm going to pair it with something really simple, just some simple mules. slingback mules, Birkenstocks to keep it kind of cash, and then we'll pair it with, actually, don't I have like a little, where's my handbag? Yeah, I've got this bag that my friend gave me as a present. My friend Hira gave me this as a gift last week for hosting a dinner and a women's circle, and it's vegan. I don't know what brand it's from. I think the tag said be exclusive, but she just bought it from a little shop. And isn't that cool? I think it looks really chic. Yeah. Cool. So I like that. Okay. So what else have I got? Okay, so this was kind of a Pinterest challenge. So regularly, like if you're shopping in thrift stores or you're shopping like sustainably or in vintage shops, you have to have an idea of your personal style. And you know, some people have got a very distinct personal style that stays the same all the time. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the best positioning now that I've moved the camera. But for me, like, because I try and, you know, I don't like to follow trends too much, but I do have to be somewhat, my look is somewhat trend inspired, because firstly, like when you work in fashion, you do not want to look dated, and secondly, you have to keep it kind of, as a model, I have to keep it kind of clean and classic, and not have like too much of a crazy personal style like I used to. I used to definitely not follow trends at all, and I had a very quirky personal style when, you know, like back when I was studying at uni. But when I like go to castings and shoots and meetings, I have to look somewhat professional, and quite classic and sort of pared back. But what is classic changes from season to season. Like, you know, one season it's a almond shaped toe ballet flat, and the next season it's a mule slingback. You know, now that we're seeing, you know, the whole noughties resurgence, that's what's classic now. You know, now it's like, you know, bias cut slip dresses, whereas 2 years ago it was like eyelash lace slip dresses. So I know it seems like a very nuanced thing, and it is. But yeah, when you work in fashion like I do, you kind of have to stay somewhat on the pulse. So for me, the way that I like to do that is, you know, I don't like reading lots and lots of fashion magazines that much anymore, to be honest. I regularly browse Pinterest. Like I spend like 10-15 minutes a day, every day, just browsing Pinterest. Whenever I have a quiet moment, I might be listening to a podcast, or I might be just getting some work done, and then just, you know, take a little break, have a look through, and if there's anything that catches my eye, I will pin it. And then I have like a mood board that's saved on my Pinterest. I'll put a link in the description box below where you can follow my my Pinterest and see what I'm pinning. But a look that I pinned recently for this summer, like I actually pinned a couple of looks that were very similar, where ladies were wearing these like gorgeous knitted vests with a couple of different like piled up gold jewelry, delicate gold jewelry, and then tucked into like some high-waisted linen paper bag trousers. It's a look, maybe with like a silk scarf. It was looking really nice, so I was just like, I need to get myself one of those. So I had a look on eBay and I found this. It's from Monsoon. I think it was like £2. It was like literally bought for a song. So I'm gonna style that into a look and show you what I mean. God, it's so hot. Okay, so these trousers are also another high street purchase. I did try and find a pair like this on eBay, and then when they arrived they were too big, so I'm going to be selling them on eBay if anyone wants to buy them. They are lovely, but just, yeah, they just came up too big on me. So I found these in the Zara sale. I'm not like 100% against fast fashion, as you can see. It's just, if you are going to buy things on the high street, then you know, buy them and then wear them, continue to wear them. Don't just like, and make sure that you really, really like them. Don't just kind of go, oh, I'm just going to buy it because it's only 10 quid, and then just, you know, throw it away when it breaks or when it just starts to bag out and because the quality is not good or whatever. Because, you know, definitely watch the True Cost documentary. I'll post a link to that as well. Because if you understand the impact of fast fashion on like global sort of supply chains, then it will definitely put you off kind of buying into it so much as we actually do. Okay, so that's that look, and I'll probably want to put all hair up for this. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, and then so black sandal. I pinched these off my mum. I think she always goes, and when she goes to, we've got family who are from Jerusalem, so when she goes to Jerusalem, she just kind of buys loads of them. So I just always grab them and just wear them, so they are actually hers, but I think that looks really good. And then a basket bag to make it summery, and then when I filmed this yesterday, I styled it with the scarf that looked quite nice, so let's try that again. Yeah, I think that looks quite good. So kind of ties everything together. Yeah, and that's like really, you know, looks quite Mediterranean summer. Yeah. Hope you can see my feet. Cool. Okay, so now I'm loving the whole bias cut slip dress thing at the moment. I never wore them the first time round because I was always very self-conscious about my hips, because obviously that was back in like when was it, like the 90s or something, or the early, I think it was the noughties, when it was like really super chic to look anorexic. But now I think curves are back in, and you know, having a good hip to waist ratio is something that's quite celebrated, which I'm quite glad about because I have a good waist to hip ratio. So I'm definitely picking up more and more of these. I found this one on eBay. It's from Karen Millen. Kind of reminds me of the really nice ones that Rat and Boa are doing at the moment, which I would love to kind of get my hands on one of those. I'll probably try the Vestiaire Collective so I can find a second-hand one, because they are silk. So I'm not comfortable buying silk like first-hand. But if it's second-hand, I'm okay with it. So yeah, let me try this on. I wore it for my friend's graduation the other day, and I felt like such a vixen. Okay, so I'm not sure if you saw the last haul that I did, where I featured these Bava shoes. Well, they weren't these ones, they were these ones in the nude. But because they came up a little bit small, Francisca, who owns the company, she sent me the larger size in this new colorway, which is kind of like yeah, it's kind of like a rose gold almost, not quite rose, but almost. It's like a metallic nude, and I love gold shoes. I just think that they're so beautiful. They make me feel like a goddess. And they have a really nice leg lengthening effect, especially when you're carrying a bit of a tan, and you know, when your skin just starts to glisten. So yeah, they're perfect for summer, and they're perfect for dressing up all manner of outfits. So any kind of outfit that's maybe a little bit cash, can be a little bit cash. Try putting a gold heel, not any outfit, but you obviously use your discernment. Try putting a gold heel with it and see how much it elevates it. Okay, so I want earrings. Okay, so these earrings are hammered brass hoops that I bought from Spitalfields. They weren't expensive. They were only like 15-20 quid, I think. and I just love them because they kind of got that kind of tropical sort of hoop vibe, but because it's sort of hand hammered, it's a bit more, has a more slightly more tribal sort of earthy feel than your standard gold hoop. And then for this look, I'd probably want to take the hair down and be like a sex kitten. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably put a bit more effort into the hair on the actual day, but I like how that's looking. So yeah, where's my bag? Box bag. I'm actually selling this bag as well, so if you want to buy this bag, then I will put a link. So yeah. Okay, and last but most certainly not least, this dress is like one of my most favourite dresses that I own. This is, okay, even though I did buy this recently on eBay, I used to own this dress. It's from All Saints originally, so I bought it a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago or something, for like when my agency had like a birthday party and I wanted to look really spesh. And I mean, it was not expensive, to be fair. It was like 100 quid, and you can tell it's probably beaded. Like, when you see beads like this, there probably has been some kind of child labour involved. Like, I'm sorry to get like dark on people's asses right now, but that's the reality of it. I didn't know that then. Oh, look, these are coming apart. Probably have to sew those back. Yeah, I obviously didn't know that back then. Like, I knew a little bit about kind of the fashion industry and how terrible it was, but I didn't know that specifically. So I owned this dress for a long time, and it was one of my favourite pieces. And then I left it in a suitcase full of stuff with a friend in Bangkok. I left him like 2 lots of things, and one of the things was supposed to be donated to victims to raise money for the Nepal earthquake. And he ended up donating he donated the suitcase, like it was a really expensive suitcase full of expensive designer clothes, and this dress was in there. So for the last year or something, I've just been trying to hunt the dress down on eBay and Vestiaire Collective, and then I finally found it on eBay for literally £25. I would have paid a lot more. I probably would have paid up to £100 for it again, because I love it that much. It's super flattering. I'm going to try it on and show you. Okay, so this is the dress on, and then it's got these ties, and these are just magic because you can just use them to adjust how tight you want it, or how loose you want it, or the height that you want it to sit at, and it's just divine. I love it. I feel really sexy whenever I wear it, and it's great with heels, or I might even wear it with a slightly higher heel, because these ones are pretty little diddy, but actually sometimes I've worn this dress if I wanted to go like have a proper like dance and a proper little rave, which I don't really do nearly as much as I used to, but if I did want to again, and I might, then these boots are amazing. They really help to dress it down, because obviously it's quite a dressy dress, and there's not that many places where you can wear something this kind of embellished. So with a boot, that really helps to dress it down, make it more festival appropriate. So yeah, if you're going to some kind of festival, then that would really help kind of make it look a bit more, just a bit cooler, a bit more cash. So yeah, so that's it. That is the end of the haul, and I've also got another one coming. I've got like a thrift store haul. The clothes are literally sat in the corner. I might even film it now if I have time, and then upload it 2 weeks from now, and then next week is spiritual week, so I'm doing alternating content on sustainable fashion, and then on spirituality, personal development, or natural healing. So yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to share it with anybody who could benefit from watching it, then please do. I need water. Sorry, it's literally like hotter than Bali right now, and nobody has AC in London, so I'm like melting. Yeah, share it if you want to share it. We'd love for you to share it. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification. Hit the bell icon for notification so that you can find out when I'm uploading. Every time I upload a new video, you will get notified. So yes, thank you so much for your attention, and I'll love you and leave you and see you in the next video. Peace out.
You're introduced to LSD, and unless you've taken some other drug, like for instance like marijuana or something, well, you know, it's an altogether new thing, and you actually can have a